Obi-Wan's like, please. Oh, Alistair.
Oh,
Craig.
hi, Oscar.
Craig,
Hello, Craig.
hello.
Is that actual Craig?
This is
Yep,
actual
it's
Craig.
actual Craig.
Huh.
It's been so long, Craig. I was just talking about Star Wars. But I guess you don't want to hear about Star Wars, do you? You want to hear about what was it?
Ise-Die?
Ise-Die? Yep.
Ise-Die.
I was like, I was like, I'm the one who came with this name. I should
You named
remember.
it. You had in the game.
Um,
What is
um,
this supposed to be a portmanteau of?
Isekai, like the
Oh, that's it.
anime
Okay.
manga thing,
Yeah.
and Die, the
That said Isekai, and
Evangelion.
I didn't realize that's what it was.
Okay, so last time it was my birthday. The party
Wait,
goes
was it?
into the. It was.
Oh, I didn't
Y'all
give
said it.
you.
Did we even say happy birthday?
Yeah, but I forgot to give you I forgot to give you like a free advantage on whatever you wanted for your birthday.
You gave me
Yeah.
something. I don't remember.
I
No,
gave
you
you
gave me
something.
the cool sword thing. When we were talking about leveling up, I was like, "Can I get this?" And you're like,
Oh yeah.
"Because it sounds cool and it's your birthday, sure."
Oh, did I say it was because it was also your birthday? I did not.
Yes.
Honestly, I just
I was
gave it
like,
to you
"Ro,
because it
you
was
should give me."
cool.
I said, "Ro, you should give me special treatment. It's your birthday." And you're like, "Fine, I'll give it to you."
You know
And
what?
I was like,
Sure.
"That's all." Um,
Happy belated, I guess.
yeah, I'm 22 now. I can
Old.
I can do over
22.
22 things. Exactly.
Uh,
Taylor Swift was in New Orleans performing that day. I don't know if she played 22. Um, so anyway,
no,
last time.
I say you're old like I don't have an 18-year-old daughter. No, she's not 18 yet. I say you're old like I don't have a 17-year-old daughter. Ugh.
My gosh. My mother was in her 50s by the time I turned 18.
Oh, my mom was no, my mom is I think just like 38.
Yeah.
My grandmother is in her 50s.
Yeah, my parents had me older too. They had me in their 40s. Oh.
My grandparents had me when they were 35, so like getting there. Anyway, recap. So that way I can stop talking so much. The party goes into the house that Carl was in. Inside, he's found a piece of what everyone but Belle recognizes as printer paper, with some glyphs that seems to be translated in everyone's native tongue. Is discussed what people's languages are like, and the party decides to follow the translation on Be Safe. Go down, find door, open door, speak key. The party learns that they can get glyphs to glow to read along with, and that glyphs glow that teaches how to say the words. Down a sewer, the party is immediately confronted by the smells of rotting flesh. Skeletons of children are in the sewer. Trying to find the door, Mac and Mike X get split off from the group due to dealing with the dead bodies of the children. Mike X disassociates while Mac confronts the source of his powers and is disgusted at them, and realizes that his fantasy isn't what he wanted. Bell tracks Mike X, Rain to Mac along the way. Waffle repeatedly prods at Mac. Sean opens a door and Carl jumps down. Everyone pretty soon follows after. With Carl taking a wound as pretty much everyone falls on top of him. The letter has writing appear on the back saying, Greeting strangers. The party sees people that look strange and how Jay used to look. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, girls.
Okay. Well, you just finished the recap, right? You talked about the weird
Yes,
gray
yeah,
girl.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not listen to my recap?
I'm
I did a
sorry,
very
I'm
good job of
typing.
reading Archie's.
Listen, I'm typing. I can't listen and look at words at the same time.
It's okay. I guess if
Yeah,
anyone
I
to tune
know. My
out, it
girlfriend's
should be
stupid.
me.
Don't worry about it.
That was unprompted and uncold.
I feel like you guys are making fun of me, but I literally can't hear you.
I said if anyone to tune out, it should be me. I understand.
Ah, yes. She's stupid and
And
deaf.
Gabe said some slick shit.
Gabriel, you are here. I can hurt you.
Yeah, but I can do this. I
So you can
closed
get
Did
the
him
you
door
just
open
before
now?
lock
bed.
me out of our room?
Yep.
I swear to God, if you fall asleep again, I'm going to come after you.
Try me now, Tiny.
I will cut something off. No, no, no. We're gonna circle back. Anyway, y'all are all in a pile. Everybody is kind of these weird people are just kind of staring at you.
Yeah. Okay. I had gotten up, kind of like brushing myself off, looking at them. I think I would like um whatever, like put my hammer on my belt. Basically not have it out in my hand. Like my hands are free, like to show I'm not a threat. Okay. But I probably
Oh,
also wanna
can
blow a little
you say that
bit.
again? Can you say that
Okay.
again, Evie? You're kind of
Yeah, I was basically saying I got up and kind of put my hammer to like hang it from my belt if I can, or put it whatever it needs to go on me. So it's not in my hand, like I'm going to
Mhm.
actively use it, but it's still on there.
accessible. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is essentially the hammer equivalent of sheathing your sword.
Yes. It's
Okay.
put it
As
there.
you are
Kind of.
like, I was also say, you said that you also wanted to glow a little bit.
Yeah.
Who do you see similar to the floor above you? Around, they are slightly brighter, though not by much. Around, just sort of like the ceiling of this second floor, are like floating, glowing orbs that are illuminating uh, this city.
I think I also wanted to see if, or with maybe it would be wisdom, like some type of insight check to see if they would be affected by the light as well. Because like I don't want to damage them, but it's like if like this is my defense from what I know works, so I will flash at them if I know they're going to come for me. So it's like nuck if you buck.
Give me intelligence.
Intelligence. Alright. One success.
Um, you're getting like the kind of vibe of like they might be like a bit more sensitive, like their vision might be a little bit more sensitive, but it's like you don't really know for sure. Like the closest thing you would probably guess would be whatever Jay's reaction was. I don't remember if you like flashbang Jay or not.
I don't think so. Like I said, I knew the other ones who were more fully formed, definitely. Anyway, but like that's what I know is my defense. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically like you know that they maybe have like more sensitive vision from living in a cave, but you're not sure
So it's
if it
basically
would like
this is
fully
my
damage them.
defense. Yeah, this is my defense if they're gonna come toward me, but my hammer is on my belt and my hands are up and free to show that I'm not a threat.
Okay, anybody else?
I'm just gonna kind of wave from the background. Like,
All right, so I'm assuming
hi.
yeah. So everybody has sort of like scrambled up out of this like pile. Who is in front? Who's in back? I feel like Carl has probably stayed in front despite, unless someone has just pulled him back, just because Carl.
I'll probably be towards the front,
Yeah,
being
I would either
a
be
decent
in
talker.
front, but I know probably John is better at talking, so I probably would be right behind him. Like I said, because I know my light is the defense. I want to be in front in case, but like right behind John's shoulder.
Okay. Where is Arl? Gabriel.
What?
Where is Arl?
I
We will circle back to you. Archie, where's my sex?
Let's see. It was kind of near the top of the pile, but not very much. I think it's just slightly brought out of it, but definitely is. It's how to readying to punch as much as you can ready to punch when it's with a gauntlet.
Yeah, so I also do want to say y'all can all be like sort of standing at the front. Like there's enough for y'all to stand. Like there's enough space for y'all like being like a line. But like where are you standing like in relation to like Abby and Sean? Sean who's in front, Carl who's in front unless someone decides that he's not, and then
Yes,
Zell
I'm
who's like
very much
right behind
pushing
Sean.
Carl behind me. All right,
Oh,
very
okay.
much pushing Carl behind me.
I think
That's
a
what I'm
little
like.
bit. I think a little bit behind.
Okay. And Gabriel, where is Arl?
here.
in the middle.
That doesn't help me.
And they're alive and they're here, and that's really all the information I have for you.
Okay. Okay. Is anyone doing anything or trying to figure out anything else before we move forward?
No.
I believe so.
Well, how many are there of these
A
banganangs?
lot. Like they all seem to be like you see like various people with like what looks like farming tools. Some of them tending to animals, some of them like tending to like these weird giant mushrooms, some just walking around. But yeah, this is like you are looking like at the buildings behind them, you seem to be in a like more agricultural area, but like it does not take too like once you get out like you can see like pretty like straight back. Once you get out of like agriculture, it's like hard line into city, densely packed city. And it is active.
How many are
Okay.
looking at us directly though?
So many of them. So many of them just staring into your heart and soul. You also do hear a lot of whispering, and although you obviously can't understand most of it, you hear repeatedly the word stranger. Like not the word stranger, but like you hear repeatedly what you recognize as the word stranger. Yep, wrong button.
Yeah, just kind of speak up and say, "Hello, I am Sean. My party and I are not here to harm you. We just want a way out of the caves."
And as you say that, I think we're gonna flash back days once again to when this almost exact situation happened before, and then even farther back to when. Actually, hold on. Fizz, are you here?
Yeah, but I can tell you I've not been paying attention and just heard the word stranger and went, oh crap, this might be me. I'm gonna like start focusing now.
Cool. We're introducing you now. So we're gonna flash back to when this exact situation happened days before, and then flash back farther to when a mysterious woman woke up in the floor above in these caves. And then yet again flash back even further to before she went to sleep that night. Amaranth, I want you to give me a quick description of what a day of school, I don't know how old your character is, either like of high school or of like college courses or even just like of work. What is your day to day like?
Well, yeah, I would say she's like, I made her my age because I felt like it. So like brink of 18. Um, and she definitely will like go to. She wakes up stupid early, like most high schoolers do. Um, to go to her last year, she like she is just kind of a quiet person, so she just like sticks around. I'm hearing noises, and I can't tell if it's just me, just like
Somebody
freaking
blowing
out.
their nose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up.
It sounded weird, and I couldn't tell if it was just like sometimes my audio will loop back through someone else's, but it started not to sound like me, and I was like, hey, what is going on? But yeah, she like goes to her classes. She's like that kid in the corner that's just like
Yeah, hold on.
not
Fizz,
not like
Fizz, try leaving and coming. Try leaving and coming back. You sound like really glitchy.
oh lol. I'll be back.
Really?
Really?
They don't
Okay.
really sound like glitchy to
I
me.
think yeah. I think it
Oh,
might be
is
on
it
your
me?
end.
It might be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be you.
No.
Does my audio sound fine?
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, how do I sound now?
You
I
sound
mean, you sound
fine.
fine now to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Well, my voice is also like really shot right now because
Oh,
I've just
never
been dealing
mind.
with.
Oh,
Let me leave and come back because you're right back to sound.
All right. I'll finish my anecdote. But like my voice is shot because I've had like acid reflux nonstop the last like 4 or 5 days. So like my vocal cords are just not happy with me. Cause like you can't do anything about it. I have like the genetic kind. Um so like I just been sleeping with acid sitting in my throat. So
Oh
my
no.
vocal cords are not happy today.
Ooh,
Yeah. So if I sound messed up,
I wouldn't be
I get
either.
yeah, no, I sound awful, and it was worse this morning because I just had like gunk like lining the entirety of my throat and I couldn't get it out. So my vocal cords are a little scarred right now, and I sound awful. So woohoo!
Is
Woo.
it offensive to say that you sound the same to me?
Well, y'all also like haven't heard me for like a while, and I do have like a naturally like crackly voice, anyways. It's
Yeah.
just a little
Yeah,
bit
I'm
more
more
today.
worried about your throat hurting rather than how you sound. Because like you sound the
I
same, but
mean,
that does
it's
sound
scratchy, but it's not hurting anymore. Um,
okay. That's good.
I'm also back to drinking a normal amount of water every day. Um,
Yay!
Yeah, I haven't been like the last 3 days because more water in acid makes it more watery. Shocker. Anyways, so like
Shocker.
day to shocker. But like day to day, she's just like the quiet kid who didn't choose to be the quiet kid and will talk if you come up to her, but just like doesn't have the confidence to like go talk to another person first.
That's me.
I know it's a pretty great experience. But yeah. And so gets home from school, does homework. I don't think she has a job right now. I haven't thought this far back into her character. I didn't realize I'd have to. But yeah. That's about a day in her life.
Fizz, I want to bring up the fact that flashbacks are a mechanic in this game.
Yes.
I am aware. I didn't ask enough questions and forgot that this wasn't in a D&D format before I agreed to join it.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh crap, we're too late now. So I didn't know that flashbacks were a mechanic. And so I will be thinking about
Okay,
this
to be
this week.
fair, okay, I'm gonna be so fair with you right now.
Oh.
I knew that flashbacks were a mechanic. I completely forgot about them until last session.
Oh, okay, all right.
They're a mechanic. They are not a mechanic we have been using.
Sick. Okay.
Oh, and also they are a player initiated mechanic. It is like you can get an advantage once per session by initiating a flashback to how
I've been
things
thinking about
to
it.
like to like how to like how something in your life would be relevant to what you're doing now in order to get advantage.
Okay. So I'll think about backstory stuff at some point this week. But yeah, just quiet kid, not by choice, nice, polite.
Okay, hold on. You said backstory stuff, and I was like, and the first thing that popped into my head was blah blah blah, proper name, place name, backstory stuff.
Oh my gosh, literally me. Yeah. No, I'll think about it. I love writing backstories for characters, and you know what? I need an escape this week. So maybe when I'm sitting in
Hey,
class being quiet because people aren't talking to me.
honestly, is this just you? Possibly, maybe.
Not exactly, no, but yeah.
Okay,
Essence. Definitely, all my characters have a little bit of me in me.
Gotta sprinkle it.
Yeah. No, every single character has a piece of me in it, even Sammy. So like,
The alcoholic pirate?
yeah, don't question my life.
Aren't
Don't think
you
too
a
deep.
Mormon?
I am, yeah. It's not the alcoholic part. Let's be exactly. But yeah, even Raymond Rapp. But yeah, so
The sexist talk show host?
yeah, woohoo, sexism. But yeah, no, and it might not be like obviously. This one is like obviously clear, just my life. But like other characters are not. But you know, if you dive into it, you can find
Yeah.
me.
But either way.
Yeah.
Amaranth is, like you said, the type of person who, if you come up to her, she'll talk. Not the quiet kid by choice, but you sort of go through the entire day at school and you just sort of float through completely unnoticed. You don't get called on by teachers. You don't get talked to by classmates. You just sort of are not interacted with in any way that is not mechanical and that is not like automatic. Like the lunch lady gives you food. People don't run over you in line. But that's about it. But you're at lunch and now you finish your food. You have a free period afterward. What are you doing? Like do you read? Do you draw? Listen to music? What's your interest?
Definitely reading. She has her nose deep in a book that just like takes her away.
What's
Like
she reading about?
oh, for sure, some like fantasy romance book. For sure. I also have no idea what time period this is in. You did not tell me that information. I assumed modern.
Here's the thing. Your backstory is whatever time
Yeah.
period you want your backstory to be in.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, modern then. Because that's what we planned for. But yeah, for sure, like a fantasy romance book that's like just so involved with the lore that you can like really just sink yourself into it.
And you're reading along to this. Is it okay? Is it fan? Okay. Is it a fantasy that happens to have romance, or is it specifically the subgenre of like Sarah J. Maas fantasy romance?
How spicy is it?
Oh, definitely not. No, ew, sorry.
Here's the thing.
That's
There is a subgenre. Here's the thing. There is like a subgenre of that does not have like explicit scenes.
yeah. That's the type of, like a romance that
Where it's
takes
like,
place in a fantasy world.
yeah, not a fan. Like it's romance in a fantasy world and fantasy with romance. A or B.
Yeah. Romance, like just like a big fantasy world that just happens to have a like the main character is in this romance. So like neither one first, like very specifically fantasy romance, but not
Okay.
like the gross kind.
Okay. I
Kind of my
can't
I did not do
remember.
that. I
There's
just want
a
to know if it
name.
was.
Hold on. There's a name for this subgenre, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the stuff I read. I mostly read just like fantasy books that like have like a romantic plot line that I like to follow, including the one I'm reading right now. Although I'm not reading a fantasy book necessarily. I'm reading like a sci-fi. Kinda. It's weird. Anyways, deep lore and like world building stuff with a romance to follow.
Yeah, and you're reading about this. You're reading these books, and you really like the main character. You know, main characters are usually written to be sort of like so that you could like imprint on them in a way, like push yourself into them in a way, relate to them in a way that this very commonly manifests within books is, and also just in a way to make them likable, to make them humble, to like make them not seem so arrogant. The main characters are always have like this air of, oh my god, I'm just so plain looking, I'm just yada yada yada. But then the way they're described is beyond that. They may be shy and insecure themselves, but like the way they're described, and certainly like the way they're drawn by like the rest of the fans, sure they have like pale skin and blonde hair and whatever color eyes, but there's still something about them. There is still like that beauty behind them that you just confuses you in a way because they have like the same sort of attitude towards their appearance that you do. But you look at yourself in the mirror and look at their art and you read their descriptions, and there's just such a disconnect. What do you look like? What does Amaranth look like?
I didn't think about this like at all. To be completely honest.
Improv, girly!
Woohoo! I need a good improv. My theater teacher sucks this year, and I haven't done any improv, and I'm kind of upset about it.
That's what you have us for.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I've missed this, guys. You have no idea. And well, I don't know, pretty like plain. Nothing like. I like average height, like like a little bigger, not like overweight, but like, definitely nearing the top of the average on that. Brown hair, nothing too fancy about it. Type stuff. And that's just, yeah.
As you're walking through your school, you catch your reflection in one of the windows. The halls are pretty empty. Most people are in class right now. So you're able to just sort of like stop without risking people like bumping into you as they walk. You just have like whatever color hoodie, hair pulled back, your eyes look tired. Nobody notices you in a good or a bad way. You are simply here. And I think you can sort of feel the weight of your book in your hand. And this isn't new information, this isn't a revelation. But this feeling isn't new either. The sort of recognize this sort of recognition in your brain of what you want and what you have is constantly being re-drilled into you. And you find a place to read for the rest of your free period. You read a few, like you finish your work early in some of your classes. You take that time to read, and you live through this character who might be like humble and shy and like woe is me and unconfident, but they have all the things that you want, and you live vicariously through them. And in bed that night, you're finishing up the book entirely, not just a chapter. You're done. This was the last book in the series. And you go to bed that night. And what do you go to bed thinking about?
Uh, okay, improv. I would say
Mom,
that well, hey, I had to think it through for 2 seconds. It's been a while.
improv.
Yeah, I think that she would be going to bed, like, both overthinking the little conversations that she did have, regretting some of her word choices, even though they were like 2 sentence long conversations, wishing she had said something else, and then just like worrying about the fact that is she like why am I not noticed? Like worrying about the why, if anyone will ever notice her, but knowing that not being noticed is better than being noticed in a bad way. So then she just like is content with it's better to be alone than with people who treat her poorly. And she
You
falls
wake
asleep.
up surrounded by the smell of, honestly, not even just the smell of dust, but like the choking feeling of like heavy amounts of like dust and dirt in the air. You wake up in an abandoned bedroom, and what you will quickly come to learn is, obviously in a house that you very quickly come to learn is in a cave. And you wake up in this bedroom with a broken mirror not too far from you. And when you look into it, you see your ideal face, your ideal body, your ideal makeup, even clothes, everything. You look like you've always wanted. What do you look like now?
Well, I think that it's like very, very similar, but like just a more. Oh my gosh, that noise is driving me insane. Sorry. Are you sure it's him blowing his nose? If it's him blowing his nose this often, bro, go to the doctor. I'm gonna go check if he's asleep. It might be him snoring. But anyways, I would say that it's like just if she like completely worked on herself and like in a couple of years, like she's a little bit more like skinnier, not like a size 0, but like still with her bone structure, just like she lost that weight she always wanted to, and like her face shape is just like a little bit less chubby. Her eyes are the same because that's the one thing she always loved about herself. Like her hairstyle is very similar, it's just healthier and less untamed. Her clothes are clothes she's always wanted to wear but never has because she just didn't have the confidence in herself to. Styles that she had tried in her bedroom and knew that it didn't look the same as she saw on like the runway or whatever. So just like still very clearly her, but that just like slightly altered, more ideal, obtainable, but that's a lot of work that she doesn't have the time for yet.
And you see this version of yourself. I'm not sure how you react, but eventually more pressing things come to the front of your mind, like, how did I get here? Why do I look like this? Why am I in a cave? What is this blood on the wall? There are skeletons everywhere. And you eventually start to look around to try and figure out what's going on. And you find like sparse like things left behind by whoever was here so long ago, pieces of writing that you're able to sort of try and get an idea for, begin to start translating and decoding things. And to help you along the way, you find these little notes, parts of it that you can read, with the other part being in these glyphs, translations. And through those, you're able to translate a little bit more here and a little bit more there until you're able to translate enough that you are led to a door. Not leading out, but leading deeper down, where you find people with weirdly long proportions, pure white eyes and hair, dark gray skin, and oddly sharp teeth. And I don't know how you react to them at first, whether it's fear or just joy to see more living, breathing people. Oh, yeah. By the way, as you were in the surface, you have been attacked by very strange looking monsters that these people mildly remind you of. Maybe if you took a normal person and that monster and sort of put them together, you'd get these. How do you react to them as you hear them whispering a word you recognize to be stranger?
Um. Okay, I am muting Gabe on my end. I cannot. It's driving me insane, and okay. If he
Yeah, that
starts
has been
talking,
a
I'll turn
weird
it back up.
noise.
And it's been like a
Okay.
constant noise. I think he's snoring. You might want to go make sure that he didn't
Well, he kind
actually.
of locked me out of the room, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one. But anyways,
Gabriel, 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 Gabriel. Jesus. And I don't even know his pin. Should I just take him from the call? Also, I'm unlocking this door. He didn't close it all the way, so it didn't lock me out. Archie, I think I gave you mod powers. Can you kick Gabriel from the call?
Where is he? There he is.
Thank
cool.
you.
Sick.
And he wonders why I don't wake him up for things.
Yeah. So I think she would just handle the situation like she handles normal people. Of just like, oh, that's interesting. Let me just like not interact unless they interact first, because that's a little insane. I think that she just isn't all there yet. You know, I think that's where she's at.
Cool. So
This is
we are
Jeffrey.
going to flash into the future after you have been dealt with.
Did I not discover the magic speaking rocks?
You did.
Oh, you just didn't mention.
That's not super important to the plot. So we're gonna go back over
Now you already
to
missed the whole
Sean.
translation saga, where we actually had to learn in real life.
You know, they
Yeah, I
spent
know.
time.
I just like the the like preschool teacher rocks. Um, I kept thinking of different names for them. Anyways,
Yeah, so Sean, you say words. You certainly do say words.
And I love words. Word. Wordy word.
I mean, you're
Wordy
the
word.
best at words we have.
The best at words you have, but it's like these people speak an entirely different language.
Not for long. I'm going to teach them my way.
None of them seem to particularly move toward you. They're still sort of like shuffling around you. There seems to be like this bubble almost that's like they're keeping a radius, they're keeping a distance until one person who was not here when you guys originally fell out of the ceiling steps forward. They're dressed pretty similarly to everyone here, which is to say, simply out of what looks to be leather or like something similar to it, and a weird fabric that you haven't seen before. And they step forward, and the main thing that seems to be differentiating them is this giant uh, headdress that also comes down sort of like over their eyes as partially as like a mask. It's made out of stone, but through it there are these cracks that glow with the pulsating, iridescent, constantly shifting light that you had seen before coming from the the magic crystals. And they speak. Hello, strangers.
Hello. Also strangers.
You are the strange one. This is our home.
Yes. And we don't mean to intrude.
We're
We're
strangers
just
to
trying
each
to
other.
find. We're all strangers here.
True. That is true.
But we're just bypassers trying to find our way out of these caves.
There is no way out of the caves without the mounts.
Without the what?
The mounts.
Mouth?
And
M
the mounts are.
Mount.
Mounts. Okay, so like lizards, horses, something like that.
Yes.
I've only said lizards 'cause I'm thinking of Star Wars. I want to point that out.
And unfortunately, we cannot risk bringing them up to the first floor until the monsters are gone. I assume that you have seen them.
We've killed some. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Are you here for the other one that fell from the ceiling?
Other
no.
what?
Monster
However,
fell from the ceiling.
Yes. The other stranger, the other non-gray one. Well, and she looks at my sex. Different kind of gray.
I guess wisdom or like intelligence to see, like to understand if they.
I'm imagining that
I
they're
guess I can
referring to
infer
like
myself they mean human or
human-ish.
another.
And I just like hold up one finger and I just kind of draw everyone into a huddle. I turn around, draw everyone into a huddle. So it sounds like they have another person in here. So
I mean, they
never.
cannot be possibly worse than Jay. So
I don't
This is
know
very
if
true.
Judo would go, hey, or be like, that's fair.
Judo would definitely say that's fair.
like
I
you're
feel like it would be a little bit of both, honestly.
exactly. It would be both.
Hey, you know what? That's fair. Um,
Like I
should
mean, we've
we?
taken Jay in, so
Yeah, and Jay's the worst. So this can't be much.
really.
And
Should
Jay's
declare
elder.
Jay in their silence. Um, yeah, we'll look at this person that you refer to.
Do you not know them? Is there not someone missing from your group?
No, but friends
But we've
or
gotten more
strangers
of
or just
us. Like
friends you haven't met yet.
yes, we don't mind including people along the way.
I didn't know any of these people before a week ago.
Well, they have a similar marking to you.
A
To
tattoo?
me or like to like us in general.
And she like sort of cocks her head a bit. Show me yours. Let me look at it closer.
Yeah, you kind of show it
Oh,
off.
and
I've
by the
never really
way,
thought about where
I
it
don't
is.
remember where I put yours. I feel like I told you. I definitely did tell you.
I just know mine.
Okay, I remember. My sax is on the like inside of her forearm. Vel's is on the nape of her neck.
Yep.
Max is like a big old neck tattoo. Y'all don't know where Aural's is because covered head to toe. Um, I know Jay's was on his leg. Did I put yours on the back? Where do you want yours? I'll let you decide right now.
Just like on the forearm, I guess, like on the inside of the forearm. I feel so that's like a place you haven't named yet.
Nope, that is exactly where I put my taxes.
Is that where you named it? Okay, never mind.
And
Shoulder
we can just
blade
have it
then.
on the opposite arm. Shoulder
No,
blade,
shoulder
okay.
blade.
Front or back? No, that front would be clavicle.
That's yeah, back.
Yeah. So you sort of like either pull like up or down your shirt a little bit so that she can see it. She goes, yes, it was like that one.
Oh, I haven't met someone who's like me yet. I wonder if that means that they're interesting.
Are they
It means
also
that they could
an
probably.
accountant?
I don't know. I mean, like both you and Mac had the same marking, but you're not an international space trucker,
No.
and he's not unemployed.
Intergalactic space trucker.
Yeah, and fuck, who River had the same as somebody's.
River
But
had the
River has
same
the same
as
as
my
Mac.
pets.
Yeah, Mac
yeah,
and my side.
yeah, River also had the same as
Yeah,
y'all.
and I don't know if they're a space trucker or unemployed.
But
Um,
if this new person woke up like us, you might as well come with us
yeah.
as we're trying to figure out. Oh, also, by should we call you? By the way, I don't know. Your customs have names and stuff.
Shit, what I did? I had a whole ass name for this woman. I had a whole ass name and title, and I didn't write it down because I don't have my book.
Oh, speaking of writing stuff down, I'm supposed to be taking notes.
Yes, you
Imagine I've
are.
been doing that.
I thought you had. The main important is that Fizz had her backstory. That's the main thing kept right now. I'm just gonna call them leader.
Calling them the
Hold
underdwellers.
on, hold on. I'm trying to remember because I remember most of her title. Okay, I remember it now. I have to like type it out to remember because it's a fine name, but just like a long ass title. Oh wait, hold on.
Sure, I can just copy and paste it. So better for me.
Yeah, I am Krella Hallen, born of the second floor, descendant of the first floor, channeler of light and earth, and leader of the underground.
Do you go by
Nice to
that full
meet you.
name, or like, can we just call you Kron? Is that what the first name was?
I forget
Krella.
whatever.
Krella.
I'll,
Or can we just call you Krella?
You may call me Krella.
Nice.
nice to meet you,
Finger
Krella.
guns.
I'm Vel, by the way.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. Come, follow me. And she begins to lead you away. And again, like I said, gigantic fucking mushrooms. Uh, for Fizz, since you weren't here, there are like these weird sort of bug slash turtle things that have like giant like shells and sort of like leathery skin. Actually, no, giant shells, leathery. Yep, giant shells, and then the bodies inside these shells have like leathery skin, but like giant claws.
Huh. Interesting.
Big, meaty claws. What did you say?
How do I spell actually?
ACTU. No.
Yeah. Carla Highland, born of the second floor, descendant of the first floor, channeler of light and earth, leader of the underground. And she leads you through like this maze of buildings, and you see that a lot of them are like very, very small. And the building that she leads you into is one of the bigger ones, but it's still like pretty small compared to like even compared to the buildings even that you just like saw in the floor above. And everything is like very condensed and pressed together. And Fizz, I have a question for you. Does Amaranth have bangs?
Have what?
Does your character have bangs?
Bangs?
Yeah.
Yeah, in my brain, yeah.
That's
Not
where
like
her
cut
tattoo
across
is.
bang, but like some bangs.
That's where her tattoo is, underneath her bangs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, we're really Harry Pottering this crap, aren't
I was thinking more of a dipper situation.
Oh, you said bangs. I thought you were saying fangs.
we? I
was
know, it
like,
took me a second on that one too.
It's bang.
Bangs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you lift up your bangs, yours is like very small on your, not very small, but it's like pretty small on your forehead.
So really just like Harry Potter scar.
Again, was thinking more of Dipper's birthmark.
The what?
Dipper
Gravity
from
Dipper.
Gravity
From-
Falls. Where he gets the
Yeah,
name Dipper
basic.
from.
Okay, I can't hear
Don't
this.
say that name.
Two people are talking over each other, and I have no idea what it is. Oh, Gravity Falls. I don't watch that.
It's such a good show.
You should.
What?
It's good.
Oh my god, what?
My ex liked it a lot, and that was so I just can't watch it yet.
You
Aw.
need to purge. You cannot let someone who sucks so much keep you from watching something so good.
I'm well aware, but like avoid triggers. Do what I can.
Yeah,
I give it like a month or two, and maybe. But like,
yeah.
that was a lot, and a lot happened while we were watching it. So like, I'm just gonna steer clear for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like new
I-
stuff coming out, so I'm like, hopefully that'll make it better.
I mean, the Book of Bill came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
no, I
think
see
any
it
new
all the
stuff-
time.
I don't think like a new season is ever gonna come out, but I think like just general like new content.
I can't. Yeah, like I said, I don't
Galore.
know what might come out, but yeah, I'm glad some stuff is still coming.
I do want to get the Book of Bill at some point, but I have no
Same.
money, as I covered earlier, because rent.
I also don't have time to do all the puzzles. I know I would want to. I don't have time or patience. Mostly
I
patience,
like other
actually.
people.
I
Like
would
watching
just
other
start
people
looking
solve.
up. I would just start looking up the
I've
answers
already
if I got
watched like
frustrated
5
enough.
different 4-hour videos on deciphering it. Uh,
Anyways,
Yeah,
I love deep dives.
Fizz, you got here like a day and a half ago, you think. You're not really sure about time. There's not really a day-night cycle here. But you went to sleep once while you've been down here, so
that's how I track time. Anyways,
yeah, but like here's the thing, you track time by sleep, but your body tracks time by day-night cycles. And your body has no way of telling what is going on outside right now. So
yeah.
no clue
I slept
really,
once,
but slept once. So hey.
redreamed.
And like
It's the next day.
they have been treating you pretty well. The only person who speaks English is Krella.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to let you ask me a few questions that you think Amaranth would have asked while you've been here.
Couldn't you have given me this prompt before we went on break so I had time to think?
Improv, girly. You're the theater kid. It's supposed to be your shit.
It is, but it's not even that late. I have zero excuse. Was rotting in bed for like 10 hours today. Because I
And also,
did
I do
not
want
have
to say,
motivation.
you were also complaining about your theater teacher sucking this year and not giving you improv. Well, now you do. Congratulations. I'm your new
We're
theater
all
Yeah.
teacher.
collectively your improv teacher now.
Like y'all have
Um,
seen my like monologues of like improvisational stuff
Exactly. We
in
gotta get you back.
Nightmare's game.
We gotta get you back into the groove before Nightmare's game starts again, okay?
Well, that's also because that character is so developed. Like that, he has got a 10-page backstory that I'll read beforehand,
Yeah,
so I'm
okay,
like in
well
the
now,
character. This character is so brand new; it has nothing.
yeah.
now it's just a
Well
clean
now,
slate where you can
you
do whatever.
gotta learn, you have to learn how to develop your character through improv. That's what Zapdos does. That's what I
Yeah.
do. You got a bit,
That's what I do.
and then it's just like, and then yeah, it's like you have a bit, and then you decide what their personality is through the jokes and through the questions.
See,
Like you'd be
that
surprised. Like almost like so much of Ant's backstory, like Ant had like a general sort of like base for his backstory. And then I just kept saying shit and asking him questions like, what's your youngest daughter's name? And then watching his life fall apart in front of him.
no, 1 second. Apparently, I missed a text from my dad.
Like, hey Ant, what's your youngest daughter's name? Hey Ant,
Hey.
how do you feel about the fact that your sword's voice is the same as your oldest daughter's? Hey Ant, did you notice that your sword's voice is the same as your oldest daughter's?
See, we flesh characters out so we can rip that flesh away from them.
That's a good quote.
Okay.
And don't think you're safe, Zapdos. You start out as a bit, but if things go for long enough, you get sad.
I do get. Do you not remember Pidge Ian? I gave him bird dementia.
Pidge Ian.
Okay, but like that
And
came
that's why you're
post.
known as the weird one.
That came no. That came post game. That doesn't count. You were already
I played
dead.
it out as his son.
All right.
You have to
All right.
continue the Ian family.
Anyways,
Ian, that one. Wait, which one's not canon anymore?
It's
all right.
partially canon. It's in canon limbo.
Are both of them in canon limbo, or
B plot is still fully canon.
no? I'm talking about Attack on the Unseelie. Is the
That
full
one,
thing like
I think that they're both in canon limbo.
okay?
Which one was the
But
attack
again,
on
it's like
the
here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Pidge having bird dementia, that's still fully canon. No matter what else happened in his life, bird dementia.
Bird dementia.
And children. Dane and
And children.
Dawn are a canon event.
Amazing. Hey, what about it?
Hey, hey, hey,
Add your
hey.
name to that list. You were a part of this, Fizz.
I was not a part of this conversation whatsoever. I tried
You
to
were.
say anyways.
You were the stream that turned into the
And
river.
also, okay,
I don't
hold
know what
on.
to
This
tell
doesn't
you.
even count. This doesn't even count because we have gotten started, okay?
I know.
This is on the
didn't want to.
path.
I was gonna change the text on the meme, and I probably could. 1 second. I'm totally gonna do that while you guys continue talking about Pidge Ian.
Okay, we're done talking about Pidge Ian. Okay,
Oh, are you? Are you?
he's in it.
Do you
Okay,
have your questions, Fizz?
do you have your question?
Uh,
Huh? We're trying to give you
I
time. We're
don't think she
scrolling
would
for
ask
you.
questions. This is the thing, is I don't think she would ask questions.
No questions about the people with pure white eyes. No irises, by the way. Pure white eyes, pure white hair, weird giant mushrooms, weird lizard, not lizard, weird lizard. Actually, no, yeah, kind of lizard. Weird lizard. No, because they don't have scales. Back to turtle. Weird turtle bug things.
I'm not saying she wouldn't have questions. I'm just saying she wouldn't ask them.
What happened to your newfound confidence, Fizz?
He hasn't gotten there. This is a day old, y'all.
Yeah, you. In order to have confidence, you have to act with confidence. She's
He hasn't
listen.
figured that out. Oh my goodness.
She has the looks of someone who is confident. Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. She hasn't gotten there yet, though. She's just gonna figure
Carry
things out, and
yourself
then
like
once
a
she's talked to again, then she'd have confidence. But I don't think she'd ask a question to this random creature.
you
The
carry
first
yourself with the confidence of a much taller man.
Creature is wild. This is a person.
who is a creature, like you told me it was a mix between a human and someone else. Let's be real, creature.
Okay, would you consider Mysax not a person?
Who?
They are a dragonborn, which is just a mix between a dragon and a person. Are lizard folk not people?
Are satyrs not people?
Are
Satyrs aren't humanoid. What are you
centaurs
talking
not
about?
people?
You're
Okay,
right. They're fey. I'm sorry.
they're still people.
We've discussed this. A fey is not a person.
Mm.
A
They are
celebrity
people
is not a.
too.
You cannot. You can't kidnap people. But Kermit, we've decided. A celebrity is not a people. I love the Muppet movie.
Anyway, Fizz,
And getting off track.
I feel like okay. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna fully say this. I feel like this is a cop out. You just don't have questions, and you don't want to improvise them.
Well, I mean, questions that I would maybe think about asking, like, how does time work here? How did I get here? But that seems really confrontational. um, in my brain. Or even just what are you? Where do you want me? Do you have a book I can read?
Can
Those are
you
the type of
read? Are
questions.
they books?
Well, I have the letter thingy. Can I write the hieroglyphs on that and then it reads to me?
If you have tried that, it does not work.
Well, I thought that's how it worked. Am I just Is it now not working, or did it never work like that and I just misunderstood you?
It came like
Letters
that.
appear. Yeah, letters appear with words on them. If new words appear on them, again from this mysterious force of and they those words will also speak, but anything you write on it doesn't work. Oh, speaking of things you can write on, all of your books are gone, by the way.
Exactly. Hence I figured that one out. Hence the reason I'm asking for.
Okay, back up. I'm talking to the group about their magic books that they got from a genie.
What?
Do
Why are
we
our books
still
gone?
do we still have our note?
I think we do.
The
I
one,
should
one-
still have
the
that.
note that we were following down here, basically, that then had
Yes,
other writing on it.
yes.
But our magic
Is there
books are
still
not
glitter
here.
on me?
Is the glitter still on you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the curse has
No.
been lifted.
Oh no, Arl doesn't have his weapon anymore.
He's gonna be so sad.
Honestly,
I don't
feel
think
like
he's
the
going to be
person-
sad.
I feel like the person who's going to be the happiest at
That
the
was
book is
sarcasm.
Arl.
Yes, that's sarcasm.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Oh.
using it as a weapon.
He was. It was a good weapon, but he did hate it. It was very
The
funny.
curse of eternal glitter. It's
I miss
gone.
it. But that means all of our notes are gone. Our communication device. Like, no.
I do love Desiree though. I did love Desiree. She came in instead of
Loved
coming in
her
a bottle
too.
or a lamp. She came in this shiny jar, and her monkey's paw for your wish was glitter.
Yeah, and we use that glitter to our advantage.
Exactly. I love it. You guys are
And
amazing.
And then
and
you took
I
it away from
am good.
us.
I'm genuinely going to be so sad we don't have our books anymore.
I no longer have a prop. Now I'm sad. Now I just have
You
the
can
sword.
find another prop.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now
like,
you
but
can
it was
find a
like,
different prop that doesn't hit you in the face with glitter.
Yeah, but the
which is
glitter got
pretty
useful
good. But I
sometimes.
was like, I made a good wish. We had a communication device. Like,
The glitter almost got
everybody
you
got one.
killed.
Yeah, but it also saved Jay.
It kind of did. It did.
Oh my god, Arl
'Cause we
hit
would have
a
had to kill
monster with
him.
the book. Arl hit a monster with the book so hard that he imparted the eternal glitter curse onto it.
Will we find out why our books are no longer with us?
Maybe.
I'm assuming, like, just me assuming, like, we might just be out of that range since Desiree was part of that town, that world, or whatever. It might be
Maybe Ro
something
just hates
existing
us.
only.
Oh, I love you.
That's not true. You were just talking about how much you love messing with Ant. You not remember the
Okay.
fleshing out to rip the flesh out?
That doesn't mean I don't love my players. Ant is with me,
You just
okay?
hate the
It's
characters.
fun. I don't hate okay, I love the characters as well. It is just that it is fun to emotionally torture people.
Oh, so you're a psychopath. Okay. I'm sorry. My
Aren't
bad.
all DMs psychopaths? Come on. Come on,
I'm
Zap. You
familiar with
DM'd
your
before.
game. Psychological.
Come on, Zap. You DM'd before. You really only did like the combat part, but like, come on.
No, I did enjoy imparting psychological terror.
I'm
You're still
sorry.
in the DMV.
You put us you put us in a line. You put us in hell of a line of just like lines forever. You
Yeah,
gave us with
hell's a
Donald.
bureaucracy. We don't.
That
That was a
caused
request.
psychological
That was
damage.
that was not psychological damage. Y'all loved it.
Yes, and Ant loves me emotionally torturing his character, okay?
Back on track.
I
Oh my
was
god,
gonna ask something.
the no horny
uh,
alarms is so funny.
while we
I'm
were
sorry,
walking
continue.
with Kel, I kind of wanted to ask Krell. Wanted to ask basically more about what she meant by no mounts. Like, does that mean you have to have a mount to ride out, or
The mounts are
yeah?
the only ones capable of climbing the paths. They are the only ones capable of forging new ones. Without them, there is no way out of the caves.
And what do you mean by forging new ones? Is it like rocks? Is it like something blocking the path, or is it more like innate magical ability to create the path is made by these mounts?
They're the only ones who both have the capabilities to carve out new paths through the rock and stone. And you can see her sort of like trying to calculate in her head what are the right words.
Mhm.
And they can also sense where it is safe to dig.
Mm.
And again, they are the only ones capable of climbing the steep paths that get forged. You slid down one. That does you
Uh-huh.
know that that is not exactly traversable the other way
Mm.
that you came.
And you
I'm
said
gonna answer your
that they
question with a question. Would you have tried to use them?
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay, back to you, Abby. Sorry about that.
yeah, I was just wanting to more. And so you're saying that they can't come up to this level of the underground mounts.
Say it one more time.
The mounts. You said something about that they can't come up to this level of the underground.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You saw them. They are indeed on this level.
Oh, okay. So we did see the mounts.
Yes.
Okay.
You saw like both ones like working and like pulling carts and things, and also like other sort of bigger but like sort of more like docile looking ones that sort of
Yeah.
like
What do the
didn't move
mounts?
around as much.
Are
Again, like
mounts?
the mounts that she's talking about are like the turtle bug looking things.
Okay, those. Okay.
Yes, some of them you saw were like essentially working animals, while others seemed to essentially be livestock and were like in pens and things.
I do not know how personal this is, but we did see the town or wherever, like you said, the monsters. I don't know what term you used. Are um, but are you descendants from people that once lived in that town?
I am, as are others that are descended of the refugees, but
And
many more were born on this floor or even on the floor below if their ancestors were not well off.
Also, it's a
and
caste
then
system.
I don't understand what that means.
I don't either.
Like depending on your how well off you are is dependent on where in society you are. The higher up, I'm assuming, the better.
Well, the farmers lived on the first floor. They were the ones who had access to the ground above, the tillable soil, things like that. This used to be a purely residential floor, and this is all happening while she's walking. This used to be
Yeah.
a purely residential floor, where where those from the lower floors lived while they went to the lower floors to work. Those who could not afford housing lived where they worked. It was a very small percentage. It used to be a very small percentage of those who lived on the lower floors. The air quality is poor, but after the migration downwards and with the expanded need to house more and more, the demand of housing went up. Even our adjustments to how we were living, things got closer together, things got smaller. That adjusted, but we still also needed land to grow and raise food. So even though we made things smaller and more compact, there were still restrictions on space. So people were still pushed downwards. Luckily, it is still less than half of our less than half of our population living on floor 3, and no one living on floor 4. That would simply be inhumane.
And you can't use these mounts to leave yourself?
These mounts what?
To leave yourself.
Like as in go up top, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Like if these mounts are the only things that can help leave, why haven't y'all left?
They're magical. They attract the consumers. They attract the monsters. We cannot bring them up there. They are good weapons, yes, and we use them in our initial fight. However, we cannot risk losing more of them. They are both a source of work and a source of food. And if we do lose the last of them, well, we will simply be unable to escape. We will regain a floor, yes, which will obviously be helpful. We will have more space for housing and agriculture, but we will never make it back to the surface. And again, they're magical. They attract the consumers even more than groups of people do.
Just so out of character, just so I'm understanding, she's saying that they can't go to the surface because the trip would be too dangerous and it might kill the monsters.
The
Okay,
the monsters that we've been fighting are attracted by the mounts.
I
So
got
to
that, but they
take
can't
them
use the
out,
mounts to go to the surface, or
yeah,
the
because
monsters will come with them.
it'll attract the monsters to go after them. So yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so essentially, they can't leave, they can't get to the surface without the mounts. They can't bring the mounts to the first floor without attracting monsters.
And so, see, that's what I'm thinking about. Like you said, they couldn't go to the other floor. I think that was the question I had. Which floor are we on now, then?
This is the
The
second
second.
floor.
Okay, second. Okay. They don't want to go up to the first floor. And then there's 4 floors overall, and the fourth floor is the most nasty, I'm guessing.
You can ask further about that.
So, I'm just trying to understand the information that I was already given more so. I will
Yeah,
ask more. I'm just trying to
it
understand.
does seem like floor 4 seems to not be great since she described as having people live there as being inhumane.
'Cause this is the agricultural floor, essentially. The people who are well off are on the first floor up above. The people who
The
can't
first
afford
floor, okay. The first floor used to be the agriculture floor because they had access to the surface.
yes.
This floor used to be a purely residential floor. Like this was all
Yes.
houses. Not
Uh-huh.
necessarily like aristocratic or like high class housing, just houses.
Hmm.
Have not said anything about the other 2 floors outside of the air quality is not great.
So what happens? Like, does anybody? Nobody lives on the fourth floor, but like, is there work down there? Is there?
Yes,
Is there
those are our mines. Well, there is the 4th floor and below. There are many floors beneath the 3rd, but they are our mines. Their quality is poor. We try not to keep people down there for more than a few hours at a time.
is there a path to the first floor? Is there movement between the first floor and this second? Or because like is it just because of the mount? Yeah, I don't want to move them through the first and the second.
We have we have ways of travel to the 1st floor. We are able to take the mounts up and then they are able to retreat back down here when they are done with travel. You actually came a day before the raid, but that is for tomorrow.
Right?
Raid?
Raid. RAID.
Yes,
Yes, no,
that was
no,
in
I
character.
understand what you're
Yeah,
saying. I'm not understanding why. It was a
we
question
want
of why you're
clarification.
saying this. You can't
What
just say
is the raid
raid.
about?
This is like a
Yeah.
bug killer situation.
Yeah, she said you came the day before the raid. That's not the question. We can get up to the 1st floor. However, going up unprepared is dangerous, as you can tell.
Mhm. Are there people living on the first floor now?
Did you see
No.
people living on the first floor?
Saw
Oh, that was
monsters.
the first
And we met
floor.
this guy.
Okay.
She looks at
I found
Jay.
that Jay.
I will question you later when his player is actually here.
He looked like he for a bit, but then he stopped.
He
Okay.
looked like that. Again,
So
I'll
that
talk
was
to
the
you later.
first floor. This is the second floor, and there's other floors mainly for mines down there.
You know, floor 4 and below are for mines.
We haven't asked about her yet.
I don't want to ask about plane. I think I'm gonna like it.
So 4 and below is mines. This used to be purely residential, but now it's kind of a mixture. And then floor 3, is that also is that more work stuff?
Is our industrial area.
Okay.
Blacksmitheries, labs, things of that nature. Things that require things from the mines, but also require people to be there more constantly than the mines require.
Are your descendants from people who lived to be up there? And I'm assuming different levels. I don't know if this is the right word. Basically, infected. People who are more cognizant than the others.
Infected. You offend me.
Like I said, I don't know the proper terms. Like I'm just trying to.
The
I don't
original
know what
monster
you.
epidemic, was that
Yeah.
did they come from out of the village
Yes.
in, or was it people turning in to monsters?
We are
We want
we
clarification
are
because we don't know
unsure.
what you know. Okay.
He's a child
We are
Can
in
you?
his
unsure.
house.
W-
I can't hear what
just-
Rose is saying.
Okay. You have heard the story of the Magic Eater. That is a child's tale. That
It's
Yes.
reflects our current situation, yes. However, our current epidemic, while it happened long ago, we do have some record of its beginning. We are unsure if our people were turned, but not so many of our people were eating rocks that this would have happened.
There were a lot of rocks down there. Once again, this guy eating them like they were going out of style.
Strange, but and besides, even if they were to, there is no record of this happening before the migration.
migration of
Again,
what?
it was an old wives' tale to deter children from being gluttonous and to
Well,
deter them from
Probably
putting rocks in their mouths.
apologize to
that's
your
probably
wives
would
for,
to keep them from
lying
turning.
because
Yeah. It was
once
probably a
again,
children's tale for a really
Okay,
serious
let's
reason. Yeah.
okay, I'm going to finish. The Tale of the Monster Eater is an old wives' tale, a children's story. Not so many of our population were eating rocks
Yeah,
that
that's
this would
fair.
happen. Even if they did, there was no
Record of
uh,
it. Yeah.
there was no record of this happening to people who did eat magic stones before the migration. Now, we are unsure if the consumers came from out of the caves and the story of the magic eater was some leftover version of, and she like struggles to find words of
Mhm.
recollections of some old thing that people had truly seen. But no matter what, if it was our people who were being cursed and turned, or mysterious things made out of pure magic and hatred. Either way, we have been working to destroy them since they have appeared. Now, question.
How long has that been?
It is hard to perceive time when you do not have the sun, but it has been many generations. Long enough for our skin to go from yours, and she sort of grabs your hand, and her skin feels like rough, not in a way of like rough from hard work, but more just
Yeah.
feels more similar to what you were feeling from the monsters. It was like you can feel like the give underneath of it, but there's like a rough outer layer. It has been long enough for our skin to go from yours to this.
Oh,
You're to the
Yay!
devil. I
Now I am.
pull.
Hmm?
I was just gonna say I pull someone aside, like just anyone. I'm like, hey, if those monsters are attracted to the magic beast, are we not magic?
I was thinking that too, especially.
Are they gonna come down here after us?
I don't know. Okay. Hmm. So so it happens for generic, right? Yeah. Don't necessarily know where it came from. When you mean migration, was that the word
The
you were?
refugee.
Who? Like your people, or did somebody come to your town?
Okay, I'm going to explain this out of character. She has explained refugee, like she is descended from people from the first floor who
Yeah.
fled down to floor 2 when
Yeah.
people started being eaten.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just wanted to make
Yes,
sure
that is
sure I understood. Cool.
that is the migration.
Cool. I just wanted to make clarification on that. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. There were already people down here, you know, and those people came down here to flee. Got it.
I got you, Judo. I'm doing my
We
job.
probably should make our way to Amaranth now, because we've been talking for a minute. Like,
All right. You are led to this building. Inside, it does look like a government. Also, I want to say none of these buildings are made out of wood. It's all like carved out of stone.
mhm.
Like something like the buildings themselves seem to actually like be fused into the floor. Um, with like other things being like made out of stone. But yeah, you're led to this small government-looking building. Fizz, you are also here. You have been sitting here. They have been like sort of keeping you here for a while. You've like slept in this chair, but you don't have like a bed. Cool.
And how
And
big are you,
yeah,
Fizz? Okay. Like, how big is Amaranth?
What?
Is that how big are you? Like, are you visibly a child? Basically, is what I'm asking.
She is almost an adult. No.
Okay.
basically a child.
It's
No.
fine. That's
She's
Here's
fine.
the
I
thing.
just want to know how child do you look?
not child at all.
Okay, Fizz, I want to be so clear right now. I'm saying this as an 18-year-old. We look like children. We look like children to anybody over the age of like 25.
I often get asked if I'm like 20.
Fizz,
Often.
I've been
Yeah.
asked if I'm 30. That doesn't change anything. Some people are just
Most
bad at guessing ages.
most people assume I'm over the age of 18. Maybe you have this
Fizz,
problem. I do not.
Fizz, you look the same age as me.
I'm well aware, but people are stupid where I'm at. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay,
Even
yeah,
my
that has
own
nothing.
even my own uncles have asked whether or not I'm ready for college yet when I was a freshman in high school. I
Yeah,
look a lot older.
okay. That's just the thing, though. People don't like family that isn't like your immediate family. Don't ever know how old you are.
People think I'm
Yeah,
a child.
regardless,
Well, you are a child.
you are. Regardless, she does not look like a child. She is
But how
past the
but how
age.
big are you? That's the other thing.
Like,
How tall?
average height. I already said this. Like 5'4", 5'5".
That is not average height. That is above average.
That is not
I
average
keep on
height for a
forgetting that
woman is
y'all have beards.
5'4". How do y'all
Average height.
not know this?
Average height for a woman is 5'3". First of all,
It's 5'4". What are you
it is
talking about?
not. Okay, are you talking
Okay.
about internationally or for America?
Internationally, average
Okay.
height. I'm
Actually,
looking
no.
this up.
Hold on,
For
hold on,
a
hold on.
woman,
Average height internationally is 5'3". Average height for an American woman is 5'4".
no, average height for apparently American or worldwide is 5'3", 4'3", 5". Oh, raised in the United States is 5'4". LOL.
Yeah, and
See,
that always still
Ro says
baffles me every time.
international because
'Cause I keep forgetting how
Ro
tall I
wants to
am.
say that they're average height when they're just short.
Average
It's
height
literally an inch, bitch.
around average height. So like 5'4", 5'5", maybe a
Okay, that's
little above
fine.
average, but that's just because she's wearing shoes. Goodness gracious, y'all. Anyways,
But
Semantics
sorry.
are important.
Sorry,
I just
Ro
wanted
takes
to,
average
I
very
kind of wanted to
seriously
know.
because they
'Cause
don't want
I
to feel
just want to
short.
know because that'll just
Fuck off.
it's a difference of interaction how my character is going to react to you. That's what I'm asking. Because that's what I'm like. Yeah. Because basically, with me, my character, very dark skinned woman. She's tall, little bit muscular, big hair that's dark and flowing, and she's in golden armor. So she's like slowly bright and shiny as she steps in with um Krell. What's that? It's easier.
Romantasy. Oh my fucking god. How did I not remember that?
Oh, that's the
remember
term.
what?
Ro- Romance fantasy. That's what she was looking for. That term she was trying to tell you.
Oh,
Yeah. So basically, it's like, hi, I'm Vel. I'm assuming you're like us. Um, what's your name?
she like takes a moment, looks you up and down in full gold armor, and it's like, oh, well, I'm Emrith. Uh, wow.
Um, I am around. Yeah. Well, they said you have a tattoo like us, so I'm assuming you also fell asleep and woke up in this world.
Yes, I did.
Bless you.
Goodness gracious, don't die. It's legal in some places. Anyway,
Well,
uh,
we all basically had the same issue. Woke up here. This is Sean. This is Mike Hacks. That's Jay. That's Mac, and that's Arl.
That's Jay. He's the worst.
I am not
Does
the
Carl say
worst.
that?
We literally said upon hearing about Amaris that they could not be worse than you. So we all agreed to take Amaris. It's like we already have
It's
you.
okay, Jay.
Uh,
It's okay, Jay. I love that you're a little ball of chaos because it serves me.
Yeah, Anthony loves it.
Oh, I
My
should have
character is
guessed
like,
that. I should have guessed it was Judo. That was the Chaos Gremlin. In my brain, it was Gabriel, but
no, that's
Gabriel
Gabriel
he's
doesn't speak
chaos in a
enough
different way.
to be Chaos Gremlin. Also, he
okay.
He's
falls asleep a
chaos
lot
in
during
character.
sessions.
Oh, who is breathing into their mic right now? It's Judo.
Okay.
Judo, you're breathing
Am
into
I?
your mic. Yes.
My bad, gang.
Like
That's
everybody
fine.
else can tell you what they look like. You can see what Archie looks like in the comments. I'll let them describe them.
Sean is just wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Just looks like a normal guy in a Hawaiian shirt. He does have a sword now. So he
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian shirt, also sword on the side.
Oh my god, I forgot about that sword. Everybody has been staring at your sword.
Oh, okay, cool.
I feel like there's a joke.
My eyes are up here, people. Come on.
I also have a hammer. I've always had that, but yeah, I have a hammer.
So all y'all, so two of you are carrying big weapons.
Well, I think they're sending me because I took the sword from the top floor or first floor.
Well, most of us are. It's just that you're the only one who doesn't seem to be carrying a weapon.
My
All of
weapons
us.
are
Took
hidden.
someone. You literally got someone to trust you to admire you so hard that they died in your arms.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, playing
that's
Dictator is fun.
Be careful, Fizz, because you can do that too.
And you won't have any control over it.
You will have control over it.
how lovely.
You will have no control over it.
As you can see, my cactus is the Dragonborn over there with the big gauntlet. Her name is Rama. She talks to him.
Rama
Sean
is just screaming right now. As she always is.
Sean.
Okay,
Sean.
okay. Screaming something specific, or
Not that it's not important, but
Is it words
okay.
or is it just actual guttural
Yeah,
screaming?
like
exactly.
it's words. It's words, but it's not important words because when is it ever?
Yeah. Sean is just
Honestly,
a guy.
it's more relevant when she's not screaming.
I hate that y'all can hear me swallowing.
think-
Sorry.
I think
I'm
Jay
drinking
is
water.
also just a guy.
Are
I
you
don't remember what
swallowing?
Jay looks like.
Jay is just an average looking guy.
Yeah.
Isn't Jay
We
wearing
just have
armor?
so many guys.
He
Just
is
guys.
not.
Jay does have a cloak though. Like you are not from.
Oh yeah, you have him
You're a
too.
normal looking.
Yeah.
You're a normal looking guy for this time period, but you are from this.
Say.
But like you do look like you're from this time period.
Yeah.
And then, and I know Mac. He's kind of like a big. He was Conan the Barbarian, so he has a loincloth on.
Conan the Barbarian mixed with He-Man, and also the the loincloth and like leathers that he's wearing are like embroidered and like dyed to have the pattern of a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. And Gabe is a Harlequin who is the king from hell.
Okay, he said that he was killed by a king and is now in hell, or was in hell.
Like,
I thought he was a
sure.
king that got
Belle's
killed
still
and
gonna
then
call
sent to
him a
hell.
king from hell. That's locked in her
He doesn't
mind.
speak, and so it's a lot of like interpretation of
And apparently, but
what
he can apparently
does.
make noises when he wants to.
He can do what he wants. It's just what he wants is inconvenient.
He can
And sleep.
prestidigitate.
Is Waffle talking at all, by the way? Like, out loud? Because compared to the two of them, Waffle talks to other people more often.
Yeah. No.
That
No,
makes
they had
sense,
a
given the immediate time.
they had a bit of a time.
Yeah.
Mac is
Waffle.
They're
he's
both
quiet.
brooding.
He's going through stuff right now. Mac.
Fizz not context for context, just because like this is a thing that all the other players know. Mac is going through it. Mac is going through it.
How's it never cut?
His sword has the same voice as his child, and was yelling at him about how he's going to leave her. And also, he's an absent dad, not by choice, but he doesn't spend that much time with his kids and feels really guilty about it. And now this sword with his daughter's voice and daughter's personality and daughter's interest is yelling at him about how he wants to leave her. So, a bit going through it.
Once again, flashing out to rip it out.
Also, my Cax used to be a plant, but she's
Sort
dragon
of.
plant.
My Cax is going through it in so many different ways, I think.
Sort
Jay's
of.
just here for vibes.
Yeah, but she was
Jay,
a plant
you're
from her
here
world.
to eat rocks.
Oh, and we're all from different worlds, so because like I'm assuming you're from your own world. So, but we're not like we all came here, but we're all from each a different world. Which, like I said, Earl is from.
Straight up from hell.
It's nice to meet you, Amaranth. That's fine. We're basically on a mission. We were supposed to be on a mission to find another person who's basically like us, who didn't have a background, who also had a tattoo, and we were trying to figure out more about ourselves and maybe how to get out of here. But we uh, found our way. We fell through a hole and made our way down here, and we picked up Jay here, and I guess now you're here with us as well.
Oh yeah, there's also this
Sorry.
40-year-old man in the group who just looks fascinated by everything.
Oh yes, this is Carl. He's actually from this world. He's our cartographer. Uh,
He is
uh,
he is like feverishly writing down notes. He is entranced.
yeah, but sorry you had to. I guess I shouldn't say this. Have you eaten? Because I still do have some rations.
Yeah, her mouth is like kind of on the floor taking this all in. So she'll just like you say how she literally just shakes her head. She can't even like form words. Like
I have fed you.
they have. Then
Yeah.
yeah, she nods and just like
Okay,
still just in awe.
yeah. Okay. Uh, I guess what well, we have to figure out a way to get out of here, and the only way to get out of here is with the mounts, and they don't want the mounts going up there because that'll draw the monsters.
You do know that there is a raid happening tomorrow.
Yes, I do remember that. That's what's the next day. So we do know that there's a raid. So, what is the plans for the raid? What is the mission? Is that your is this something that happens regularly, or is this like a big push to try to get people to the surface, back to the surface?
Both. Every attempt is a push. It is a big one that takes much effort, and it takes a hit to our population every time, but it is a semi-regular occurrence. We have many soldiers and volunteers who go and they kill and try and reclaim land if possible, but the goal is to just dwindle their numbers until eventually we can fully overtake them and reclaim what is ours.
Do you know
If
how many
we
left? How many there are?
We have been getting reports back of fewer. Tell me, how many did you see when you were in the first floor?
My cat
let's see,
killed one.
there's
There was a lot of
two,
them
and
at
then
one
we
point.
yeah, there was like what 4 or 5 at one point, so 7 total.
There
My
were
cat
12
There
of
was
killed
them.
one.
one.
There was
There
one I
was two on
killed.
each of us at some point. I scared two of mine
Okay.
off. I didn't kill mine. My cat, I don't think she killed hers. But
Yeah.
I killed
I think
mine.
Arl took. Yeah, you killed
Carl
yours.
killed his.
I think he killed both of his.
Jay
Okay.
Jay, I
ate
think, killed
his.
his. Yeah, yeah, that's happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay
Jay
ate
ate his.
his. Um, can I pull I always forget how to say it. Carl over to the side, away from the group. Kind of talk one on one to her. Carl, Ella. Ugh, I don't know why.
Do you say Carl?
I keep what I say, Carl or Carl, it's all the cuss sounds.
Carl.
But I do want to see if I can take Krella to the side, maybe as leave them in here with Amaranth, Armith. What am I saying?
That's a rough Metro Tapas.
Yeah, you're able to pull her to the side.
Like I said, I know I'm an outsider and I don't want to be insensitive, but you seem to be able to speak whatever language we're speaking, and um, not everybody can. I'm assuming,
No.
or is I don't like I said, I don't want to speak ill of your people. I know there's different levels you're calling the beings up there monsters, but you all have some traits of them that are but lesser. So you guys still seem to have
Our language is not
cognizant awareness.
Our language is not a byproduct of the
No,
monsters.
I
It's
didn't
just
think it
simply our
was.
language.
I apologize. That's not what I was meaning. It was kind of two separate thoughts. So apologies. That's um, um, I basically what I want to explain is that one of our people, Jay, who we met through here, ate the rocks like the children's tale. Um, as you can see, he is no longer like have similar features as you all. And I was wondering, is this something that y'all want to stay like, or is this something more of like you want cured, essentially?
Our new appearance is not an illness, if that is what
Okay.
you are asking. It's simply how our bodies have reacted to absorbing magic from the minds for however long, for generations now.
Yeah.
Some people have metabolized it differently, but with being in such
Mhm.
close proximity with no way to take a break from it, as well as the lack of natural sunlight affecting our appearance, this is simply how we appear.
And like, and that's not really it's like I said, I'm not trying to insult, and that's not really the point. My point is more of cognizant behavior. I'm like, you all are still beings, y'all still worthy of living. And I don't know, like if there are people who are going through, if it's not an illness, are there people more going more to the more monstrous that you all are fighting, or is this like
We are
are
not
all of you all
transforming into
okay?
consumers, if that is the question.
Sorry, say that again.
We're not transforming into the consumers, if that is the question.
Basically, yes.
We keep our minds about us. This is simply an appearance.
I just wanted to ask, and like I said, I'm trying my best, between language barriers and understanding that. But basically, okay, as you can see, we ate the rocks. He was turning. You call them consumers and stuff, and
Yeah.
he was basically transforming, had gray skin and all that kind of stuff. And I was able to heal him, and I just didn't know if that was pertinent to this place. If that basically it's here if you need it. I
Understand. I appreciate your
Yeah,
concern.
yes,
And I see that you are also a channeler of light.
I I'm still figuring it out. I like I said, I didn't want to overstep my bounds, but from where I come from, many of my uh, people I are diseased, and I can't help them. Not like I can help here. So I
You're not able to help with the spirit of light with the spirit of light acting on your behalf.
here
What
I
illness have
can.
they been afflicted with?
Here I
Yeah.
can, but where I came from before, I found this connection, or basically woke up with this connection to being a power I could not. And so I've seen,
Mm.
I just didn't want, if there was a chance that I could help this group of people, this place, I wanted to see if I could. Yeah.
You have a good heart. She like pats you on the shoulder. And if
Thank you.
healing is what you want, you have chosen the correct deity. But they all come with their own issues.
What do you
Light,
know about life? I'm still very much learning.
I know they are a jealous one. There will come a time where you will be
Uh,
restricted by worshiping them alone. However, they will not want you to take someone new. Ignore them. Do not
is that the God
placate.
in my head saying ignore them? Or, okay,
No.
so,
Do
okay.
not uh do not weaken yourself in an attempt to placate them. You are not a priest. You are a
I
channeler.
know.
You are not a normal worshiper. They do not do your bidding. but they're not here for your worship. They are here for the favors you can do for them. They will not like it, but they'll get over it.
That's basically what I believe. It's not so much like much owing favors. I don't mind owing favors. It's the fact of not knowing what I owe them. Because when people can't pay for I'm a farmer, so when people can't afford stuff that I sell, they know that they can either pay me or substitute something else and give me food back. They know if they owe me something, they know exactly what they can do. And just my biggest worry is that I do not know what they will ask of me. And hopefully, what, of course, the priests say something different. And what the scriptures have told me is that they're God of kindness, but
Oh,
hopefully they don't
they are a god. They are a god of healing, of
healing. That's
protect,
it. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean kind.
kindness.
Yeah.
I do not know if I am misunderstanding. Kindness, protect, protection, yes. Healing, yes. Kindness,
Not necessarily.
not necessarily. Kind
Hopefully,
to their worshippers, kind to their devoted.
mm,
Sometimes, if you are devoted enough.
and that's
Kind
basically
to
what
those who
worries
oppose
me.
them. I will say this. Light is good to start with. They will not ask for anything too heinous. They pride themselves on maintaining a certain image and asking their channelers to commit murder or thievery or the very things that they preach against.
Yes, and
That
that
would
was
not be a good
something that
look.
I'm glad to hear it from you because that's something that I was betting on. Like, they frankly did not like the idea of when I said murder, so I can.
Now,
I,
if you are a channeler of the god of wilderness itself, they have no rules. If they want something, they will ask. If they want something, they will have it. But this is simply from what I have read in the old text. I have not channeled wilderness itself. But wilderness is animals. Wilderness is survival of the fittest. If you take a favor from a god like that, of a god of war, of chaos, then beware of what they will ask. They do not have an image to uphold.
yeah, that's what I was kind of betting on. Is that at least for now, I know that this guy does not like death, so hopefully it won't be too harmful for me or won't ask me to do harm. But that is the thing I'm worried about. And if I do chill, anything else. But thank you. This has been very much enlightening. I appreciate you tremendously.
Not a problem, young Chandler. Now I will leave you to speaking with your friend, fellow. I do not fully understand what you are, where you come from. I know you come from the surface, and that is all I truly need to know.
Honestly, we
If you would like
each,
to join, if you would
yes.
like to join the raid tomorrow, you
I
know
think
what?
that would probably,
I will send my general here in about an hour. If you would like to join the raid, you can tell her.
I appreciate that. I think I will talk with my group party, because that benefits us. So as far as I'm concerned personally, that's something we could probably help with.
Now,
But I will go back.
my general does speak your tongue. However, she is not as proficient as I.
Well, hopefully we can do better to speak yours.
I appreciate the effort, young channeler. Now, rest, I will have some food brought to you. We do not have much, I apologize.
That is all right. So we appreciate your hospitality.
She nods and leaves. And as she like walks out through the door, you can see like a bunch of just like small bodies and like heads just sort of like peeking, like trying to get like a look through the door before it shuts again.
You wave at him.
You hear like a bunch of like tiny like squeaks and like of like shock before they run back off.
I guess I rejoined the group where Emerald is staying because, like, I'm assuming everybody's still there, so I'll go back to everybody. And basically let y'all know, like, they said if we want to join the raid, our general's coming in about an hour.
We're left alone, right? Well, like after Abby says that, like there's no one from down here when they say that.
Yeah.
Well, if they're
Shit.
taking them,
Shit. Who did I name Love? I named someone Love. Who did I name Love?
if they're taking
I
the
feel like
mounts
you.
up there, I say we take some after we help them, and we go on our, we go back up. It won't be taking them for long. We just need to get back to the top. And so I say we help them, and then their mounts help us.
And yes, essentially, I mean, they're wanting to be rid of all these beings and head to the surface as well. I'm like, that benefits us. So,
Do they want to head to the surface? I thought they just want to take back the first floor.
am I correct in what I'm saying, Ro? Because you did say about the surface, right?
The surface has been mentioned. You think the from what she said, the getting back to the first floor is like a priority of its like they don't want to take the mounts up. Okay, they will not be taking the mounts up to the first floor for the raid. The mounts carry them to the first floor and then bring them and then retreat back down so that they don't die because they need the mounts to get back to the surface. They do want to get back to the surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The mounts are going to come down. We'll be on the first floor. But basically, that's where we were, and that's one more step up to the surface anyway. So we might as well go up there. Like we came this way thinking we were, or at least I was thinking that we would get up to the surface. But if there's no other way to get to the surface but through the first floor in the mount, we might as well at least go up to the first floor. And if we'll hopefully use the mounts, but if we want to use our own power, we can at least it'll be less work for the first floor.
Rama says both are terrifying, so she's in favor of either one.
What about you?
I'm just conveying her right now. Me,
I understand that, but I
yeah,
still want
yeah.
to know your opinion.
I don't. I don't really want to be a part of a raid. It sounds bad.
Yes. Glorious battle.
But you're an analytical being, right? You're more facts, right? More facts driven from what I get about you. Does that make sense? You're more
Maybe
studious with a plan.
with the what?
So with the plan,
With the plan?
you're
Yeah.
more. So if you're more of a planner, what plan or what series of steps do you think for yourself and your mind do you think is better for us to
No,
get
I
out of
don't.
here?
Oh, I see the. I see. No, I don't. I don't really make a plan. It's or haven't. There was a lot of planning for me before. Just kind of did the thing you're supposed to do every day. So on my own feet, I'm very bad.
Yes, which is why we must push forward through fear and find our footing in this world so that we may support ourselves. I think that's a one good point Rama's actually made.
Yeah,
Broken clock is right twice a day, so like
we're
sometimes
right.
she gives some good
Here's,
things.
here's the thing. Rama isn't broken. Rama's just really
No,
passionate about a single thing.
no, I'm not saying she's broken. I'm saying
Yeah.
that
No,
she's
no.
not always right, but every now and
Yeah.
then she'll be correct a
Oh, no,
little
no, no.
bit.
Yeah, I know.
It's like here's the
Yeah.
thing, she's right if you want to do the things that she is pushing to happen, which is facing your fear. But if you're trying to like be safe, nah.
You never really wanted to do things outside of stuff that was already planned for you?
I mean, I was a bit messier than I should have been.
So you were a rebel.
I wouldn't go that far.
Does anybody else's place or stuff look like that?
I haven't been.
You
We
haven't
must break
been.
from the mold that you have been shoved in your entire life. Push forward into our own selves and personalities. And that is truly the scariest thing of them all. We shall go forth into this raid.
Rama wants to do the raid.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But like I understand Rama wants to do it and
Yeah, it's
you might do
me.
it, but I still want you to have a choice.
Oh, yeah, it's
Or at
no.
least have some input.
Yeah.
Like it's important to say what you want.
How do you know that?
Know what I want.
Yes.
Well, knowing what you want is it's basically you have to study yourself. You have to see what you like, what you want to do, and what you need to do. Yeah. That because wants is about liking stuff. Can't always do necessarily what you want, but knowing what you want is about understanding yourself. What are some things you like?
I don't know if this pause is in character or not.
Yeah, it's
Probably.
I was thinking it was. um,
It's just been
well,
going on for a while. We gotta fill this time somehow.
yeah, yeah.
so,
It's just
but you said you were messy, like, and I'm assuming that's not normal where you're from. Why are you messy?
the
What
I
were
had
you
books.
do?
Well, I had books first off, which wasn't
You
usual,
have
I think.
books, so you like to read.
Yeah, it's the I guess. Then but they'd be like a couple inches off where they're supposed to be when I was starting them.
And you like to read. So that's something that's not, especially from your world, seems like everybody wants to do. So that's something that you wanted to do. You wanted to read. You wanted to have books.
It, no, I just had the books.
Why
The
did you have the
it
books?
because I I was supposed to have the books.
I told you you were supposed to have the books.
Well, just in the place, and you always have the things you're supposed to have in the place in
If
the
you were
room.
supposed to have the books, why was it messy? If it, were the
That's
books
me.
messy, or was the mess the books?
But no, it was the no. I was the messy. I put the books away poorly.
Mm. So, yeah, so you basically have a different design of visual design from everybody, and
I
there's
guess,
nothing wrong with that.
but there
This is why you
is.
must taste fear, my sex. You have lived your entire life forced into this box, not even told that there was a box that you were forced in.
Well, mm, I actually think that this was gonna be out loud. Yeah, I wasn't forced the box, but there was that I just in the
If you are
box. It
not
wasn't.
told, if you are not told that there is a box and given the option of leaving, you are being forced into the box. You were not told that there was any other option.
I
If you are simply told this is the way you will live, that is a
I
box.
wasn't told it's the way I was gonna live. I was just kind of it's the way I lived because it's the way I'm supposed to live.
And who and why is that the way you were supposed to live? You may not have been told directly, but you were being told.
Mm.
And maybe I should stop telling you what to do. It is counterproductive. But fear is something you have sorely missed out on, something that we have sorely missed out on.
We're supposed to live a certain way.
Well, yeah, because you had your schedule each day, and you just follow the schedule. You follow the line. There's the glowing line. You follow the glowing line to the next thing.
Hmm. That's why you looked at the line. And you've never not followed that line?
Why would I?
There's things you want to do.
Hmm. I think the thing I'm just gonna say, by the way, is what is this? My guys definitely have an issue with understanding this concept in general, and it's gonna take longer than a conversation to like
Yeah, that's
get it in. Yeah,
fine.
no, I'm just saying, like, because if
Yeah.
we keep role playing it, it's gonna be a lot of like circular conversation.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I guess we're gonna apparently get some food soon or whatever hospitality that this place can
Yeah.
offer us. Yeah.
Honestly, I think food has come in at this point while you guys were talking. I don't know, Sean grabbed it or something.
Wonderful. So, I know Carl, he doesn't speak, but I'm sure he wants to do the raid. Jay does not get a vote. Um, um,
He fell
but I would
asleep.
like
He
to.
doesn't get a choice.
Jay doesn't get a vote. Mac, I would want to know more. When you're
Wait, who
Mac,
doesn't
when
get to
you're
vote?
you don't get a vote. Mac, when you're
Okay.
Jack, let me. I know you're going through something, so when you're ready to talk, let me know. But yeah, we'll talk to the general when we get here. Do we know the phrase for thank you? Because if we got food, I at least want to say thank you. Try to say thank you in their language.
I
I
guess
don't think you do.
it'd be you. I think. Like I can imagine how to like get written, but not.
Yeah, you. I think. No.
They
Basically, I
understand
would.
nothing you just said.
They don't.
I'm sorry, what did you continue what you were saying?
Basically, I just wanted to kind of say like thank you, and like maybe like they would try to communicate with me to understand that I'm trying to thank them back, and like that back and forth. It was like, oh, you're supposed to say this.
I don't think to my memory, I don't think you've come across these words.
It's
Oh
fine,
yeah.
but I was like, but if it's somebody giving us food physically and we're taking it away, I kind of just want to somehow gesture to them that thank you. You know, see.
It takes a bit, but they get it eventually. They tell you the word for thank you.
Yay! That's all I wanted. I'm like, thank you. Like trying so hard to at least say that.
They laugh a bit.
Right.
They appreciate the effort.
Yay. Guess we wait here. Uh, Emerith. Um, is reason.
Yeah, I'm here. I just mute because like
Very good.
noise.
I just want to say, Emerith. So, what is your world like? I know we all from slightly different worlds. What's yours like?
Um, well, I don't know quite how to describe it. It's just kind of the world I'm used to.
Now Fizz sounds kind of staticky to me.
It could
I mean,
just
she
be
sounds fine to me.
I
because
don't. Yeah, I don't hear it on my end.
Okay, let me leave and come back.
apparently I'm just causing issues tonight. Sorry, Craig.
Honestly, Craig is more likely the problem.
So,
Ah,
I mean,
well then screw
what
you, Craig.
busy during the day? What do you do? Like for work or anything? You know.
Well, I go to school. I do my classes. I
How
read.
old are you?
17.
Oh,
Oh my
just a
god, poor
child.
babe. You see, like, Carl just sort of like somewhere in the background of this shot, just like anime teary eyes. It's just like, oh my god, you're a child, you're a baby. Oh my god.
Who's Carl?
Carl is the
He's the
40-year-old
guy.
man.
Yeah, he's our cartographer. He makes the maps and he just tagged along with us. He's actually from this world.
Oh, I thought the person in the world was a 4-year-old. I don't know where I got that in this.
Probably from 40.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
4-year-old, not 40.
Yeah. This
So
one
I
is
got
about
really
to probably.
confused.
No, you are the child.
All right.
You know, we have a 4-year-old as our cartographer.
Well, I thought you guys just picked up a child along the way, which has happened in many campaigns before.
He
No, this
just
I
time
loves
mean,
you are the
dropping
child.
okay.
maps with his
Yeah.
hand fisting the crayon. Just There's
I mean,
always
I
a
will say,
sun in the corner with a
literally,
smiley face, sunglasses.
literally, Kid's whole character is just the kid that y'all unfortunately picked up. You didn't really have a choice in the matter.
Yeah. And like I feel like it's just a trope that's used often in D&D where there's like a kid that is adopted into the family that's usually from the world, that even if it's a different world. Like it happened with Emmy. It's happened with like it just
The
happened.
tag
I just
along,
assumed.
the tag
Except
along
this
thing
time
is
we got a dad.
a very popular trope.
It's one of my favorites, don't get me wrong. I love it.
It's such a good trope. Oh my
In
god, I love the parental,
I love
familial,
Emmy.
found family shit. I love
in the
Emmy
it.
makes me
previous
so happy.
version, in the previous version of mine, you grabbed 3.
Hmm?
In the previous version of the campaign I'm running right now, they grabbed 3 children with them.
Oh yeah.
Good
I'm pretty sure.
times.
One of
I
which was
really
only
thought
sort of a
that.
child.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
sort
I'm
of a
pretty sure.
child. It was a baby,
Okay,
but also very
I was
old.
under the
Yeah,
impression that 2 of them were teenagers.
They
that's
were,
still a
two of them
child.
were.
Fizz, how do you feel about that?
Um
Yeah,
Are they
teenagers
found
like
children?
14, 15 teenagers.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, bro,
Baby.
not every teenager is 18, 19, ready to
Oh yeah, I
go out into
know.
the world.
I have a 13-year-old sister. I deal with 14-year-olds on a
Ugh. Oh
regular.
my
I'm
god,
getting
I've just been
harassed by a
reminded.
couple of them.
I've just been reminded that my teenage cousin, my baby cousin is 16. My heart, my soul, I've been struck.
It's only 2 years younger than you.
I've been struck. She was
All
born
right.
in 2008.
So is my sister, who's turning 16 in a
No.
while. I was born in
No.
07. I'm turning 18 next year.
I'm old. I am a withered old woman.
We
All
know
right,
this.
Coolio. Anyways.
My cousin, my daughter, everybody stays aging, old. The only
Don't
thing
you
that
make
stays
fun of me,
constant is
you
my mother.
8-year-old. Shouldn't you be in bed, you dummy? Yeah, well, oh wait, no, it's only 9. Never mind. Just
The
go
only one
away.
who
Stop
stayed,
eavesdropping. Anyways.
the only person who has stayed ageless in my life is my mother.
Okay, anyways. My baby
Untouched.
brother makes fun of me saying anyways. So I just heard him from the other room go, anyways. Stop eavesdropping! You're in another room. Go away.
Oh, you think that's eavesdropping? My little sister would literally stand at the crack of the door and just stare at me through the crack in the door as I was on the phone. I think you've heard this happen.
Oh yeah. My little brother is not. My door is wide open because, like, what's the point of closing it when I'm probably gonna leave it later tonight? And it's not like my parents are downstairs. My other sibling is downstairs. I don't know where one of them is. She just hasn't been home all day. And then he's in the other room watching YouTube, and yet he's still listening in on my conversations. It's not like I'm speaking any loudly or anything, so he's eavesdropping. Anyways,
All right. Anyway, back on track so that we can end in like 45 minutes.
Oh, sick. Then I still have like 2 hours to read my book, which I have not read in a couple days.
I'm sorry you got taken away from your home. So, I don't know what all pulled us each here, but wouldn't want somebody who's still in school to be taken out. Ew. I wish we had more answers for you, but the mission was to basically find out what all this is and I guess get home for some of us.
I didn't quite catch any of that, and the words I did hear, I did not understand.
Basically, it's like, I don't know what pulled us all here, but our mission is to try to get home, like, and like a surprise that it would take somebody like young and in school, wouldn't want to miss learning.
Wouldn't want to miss something?
Learning.
When I want to
Your
miss
education.
learning.
Yeah.
Like, you got pulled from school, bitch. You should be in class right now.
Yeah. Like she said.
Okay. Oh, well, it's all right. I can miss a day every once in a while. It's not the biggest deal.
A
this is
day?
a
I'm
tad
sure you've been doing that.
well, that's as far as she's aware, bro.
You know it's been at least a day and a half. And that's just it. Okay. It's been at least a day and a half since you've been on floor 2. It was at least 2 days that you were on floor 1.
I can miss a couple of days. It's all right. There.
I'm sure your parents are worried though.
You are missing. And Carl just like sort of pops up. Like, it's like cartoonish that how quick Carl pops up. Just like literally jumps over somebody. Probably Jay. Just, young lady, there is no excuse to miss out on learning. It is the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, well, it is a public high school. I'm learning how to do calculus.
You have a public school. He like grabs you by the shoulders. Your world has a public school.
What is calculus?
Yes, many. calculus is a form of math that is definitely not applicable to many career choices. Also, do you mind letting me go?
Your school teaches math, advanced math? Oh my god. And he like almost faints. This is the greatest thing that has ever happened.
Calculus is
It
fairly.
isn't happening in this
This
world.
this is my cax, not me. Calculus is super advanced. It's like the basis of advanced math.
Carl, here's the thing.
business.
Carl's main thing is cartography. Him and his entire family are just sort of nerds all around who are just purely in love with just the idea of learning. And
Oh
he
no
is
no
foaming at the mouth right now at the
yeah
thought of there being more advanced math.
Oh no.
Don't,
I'm agree.
don't
No,
ask about the family thing.
it's definitely advanced for this time period. But remember where my cax is from.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying to like explain why this map nerd is foaming at the mouth over calculus.
This is...
I think Val goes like, oh, I never thought about advanced math.
Well, you don't really use anything past 4th grade math outside of high school.
And he like again grabs you by the shoulders, fully turns you to him. My girl, having a specific set, having to know how to use it in day-to-day life is not the point. And he like puts his forehead towards yours. The point is that you have learned something so great that many minds can only dream of, that many minds will never dream of. Do you know how fascinating and how lucky you are to have learned this?
You sound exactly like my math teacher.
Your math teacher is a very smart person.
Honestly, probably you should. I feel like Carl might become the math teacher when he gets back home.
Carl doesn't know enough about math because this knowledge is not like accessible to him, and he's foaming at the mouth at the thought.
He could start public school. Like,
You're talking about math
The
in particular?
idea,
of
The accountant speaks up.
the
public
O'Graphy
schools.
family. Oh my god, the O'Graphy family and the File family just like no, maybe the File family shouldn't have a hand in starting a school, but the O'Graphy family starts just like all of them together with their collective knowledge decide to start a school, and it's free to the public.
Oh, is this where the ography people are that I heard about with the whole
Yes.
family tree? Oh my gosh, I didn't know what campaign that was. It's this one? I didn't catch all of
Yes,
that.
it's
Anyway.
a family of nerds.
Oh, alrighty. Yes, it's quite phenomenal, sure, if you want to think about it like that. However, it's quite a big waste of my time, because that is
Young lady, learning is never a waste of time.
Sir, if you don't mind, I have a personal space problem. Back up for 2
He's let you
seconds.
go at this point.
Well, I know, but you said he was
Yes.
still close to me. I'm assuming he's still standing close to me.
Yes.
Exactly. She will like nudge him back a little bit, like just back up a little bit. Thank you.
He does respect.
Calm down,
the
Carl.
request for space.
Calm down, Carl. Like, give her, like.
How am I
she
meant
hurt
to be
her
calm? How am I meant to be calm when someone disrespects the idea of learning so heavily?
I actually adore learning. Just calculus is not something I choose to learn. It is something I'm forced to learn. I learn about other things in school that are much more applicable.
What do you like to learn?
Well, I have a fascination with learning other cultures and just exploring other
He
different.
holds up all of his maps and like handwritten encyclopedias about the
Oh
places he's
god.
visited. Just like you don't see him pull these things out of bags. It's like Carl works on like different physics laws of just like his arms are out of frame. His arms like slowly, shakily come into frame, just like holding armfuls of like maps and again handwritten encyclopedias on places he has visited.
Yeah.
I just
I mean, if you're wanting to learn about different cultures, I mean, being in a different world than your own, I'm sure you'll learn a lot on
I
this.
need someone to acknowledge Carl right now.
No, we're not. Yeah.
yes, he sees him and actively ignores it.
Why do you have so many papers?
No, why did you
I
ask him
have I have visited every country on this continent
Yeah.
at least twice. Actually, not every country on this continent because one of them I would die. Two of them I would die if I stepped foot on their soil. But
And
every
that's
safe country.
That how does
and
anyone
just
live
so
there
you
then?
know,
What?
uh,
Why?
see,
Because it's
that's the
run by
reason
a
why we
lich.
brought him.
One is run by a lich, and one is run by a demon queen, and they do kill all outsiders.
Wait, hold
But
up.
oh my god!
Oh, something would
Fuck
kill
is a
you. The
lich?
soil won't kill you.
Yes. What?
Really really mean guy. Usually bald. Brings people back to the dead and is really and they will fight. Usually stab a box and then you stab them.
What?
It's what lectures. It's a mean guy. He brings the dead back. He's usually bald. You stab his box and
Bald
then you
guy?
stab him.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure he's normally bald because it's the skull head.
It's like 50-50
That's
on the
just
stories.
that's
My
just,
Cactus
that's just from
has
like
it.
what
My
that's
cat,
just
No,
what
my
I've
cat,
it's
seen
darling.
from like art.
Is this an actual thing?
oh
'Cause,
no,
you
these are from
know,
the stories.
it's, but you're. Did you ever tell us that you're like you go through scenarios, right? You did tell us that.
I'm
You
pretty sure I
go through.
mentioned it.
Okay, because basically, but is this one of the scenarios that is pre-planned for you, though, right?
Yeah,
So it's
glitches are
not
kind of like
necessarily
scattered
going
around
to
them.
be like that, though.
That's what a lich is. That's what I know about liches. I
That
don't know.
is that right, Carl? Is that what a lich is here?
He's just. I need someone to acknowledge his paper. No, someone has already done.
Carl, on any of those papers, do you have a lich?
He like splays everything out on the floor. He goes, I
Yeah,
have
about the
a
lich.
few
He
notes.
said there's a lich here, so I'm looking at it.
I have a few notes. I haven't actually visited the country, but I have a few notes from countries that have almost had a lich ruler. And this is what I got. And actually, my Cax is right.
Okay, see? I'm sorry to doubt you, my cat. You're right.
I used to be friends with a lich.
What?
He grabs you so hard by the shoulders. I need you to tell me everything right now.
Well,
First
I
of all,
killed him.
did you ever tell us what world are you from, Jay? What kind of world are you from?
Well, I'm a knight. I killed the lich. Something about betraying the country or whatever.
You betrayed
Wait,
the country, or they betrayed the country?
They
a
betrayed the
knight,
country.
like, so a knight that's like noble and selfless and is worthy of respect. That's what you are.
Don't sound surprised.
You literally just ate rocks. I
He doesn't have
cannot
Okay.
armor,
fault
right?
you cannot fault me.
In
Well,
in
okay.
my defense, those rocks were magic and made me want to eat more.
Okay, like you said,
They just made
like
me
that
sick,
just
but I do
you
fully
s-
believe you.
okay. I'll give you
And they
that.
tasted. They
You-
actually did taste really good.
They did
Don't.
taste amazing, but they also did make me throw up immediately, which is, I think, what saved me.
I would do it again.
Please
I will
don't,
do
because
it
you
with
already
you.
owe me. You already owe me, because I
Do I?
owe a god. Yes, because I owe a god, so therefore you owe me.
When the pyramid
I don't
scheme
think that's how that
of
works.
Yes, it does
favors
work
are
that
you
way.
in?
Well, she kind of took on the debt for you, so. But again, tell me everything about the life you led before and your lich friend. You said that you killed him. Were you friends with him before the lichdom? After the lichdom? Did you forge a friendship during the lichdom and then have to kill him in an act of betrayal?
That last one.
Oh my god.
But you are from a different world, so I don't think it's the same lich as here, Carl.
I don't care if it's the same lich as here. He befriended a lich.
Yeah.
Do you know how insane that is?
Yeah, I mean that is valuable knowledge, To like apparently Jay is a knight, so I mean like that's
All
valuable
knowledge is
Once
skill.
again,
valuable
don't
knowledge.
sound surprised.
So, you
Also,
literally just
living a
said you would
life.
eat rocks again until you display some qualities of a knight. I just go off of what I
Well,
can see,
living.
honey.
Okay, well, living a life of restraint can lead to poor impulse control. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Right now, I want to hear more about this
Is that
lich.
from experience?
The lich.
Well, his name was Caleb.
Mhm.
We hung out a couple times, and then he
Mhm.
decided to try to kill the king, so I killed him.
And did he decide to kill the king after? Okay, so he decided to kill the king after becoming a lich. So what was the purpose in becoming a lich if not to kill the king?
I don't know. We didn't get that far in our conversations.
What kind of friend
So
are you?
did you have a
Were you
deep
only
friendship with?
friends?
Did you have a deep friendship with this
What?
lich, or was it sort
Oh,
of
they have
like you had
websites
a
for this.
conversation one time?
Bro, you're gonna have to repeat that.
Did you have a deep friendship with this lich, or was it sort of like you had a conversation one time and it was friendly?
Were
I
you
mean,
more than friends?
no, we were not more than friends. I did not fuck a lich. Uh,
Writes down. You hear him like whispering to himself, did not fuck the lich.
I mean, we I don't know if we were close, really. We hung out a couple times.
Possibly fuck the lich.
His other friends were cool.
Possibly had. Okay.
No. What are you writing? Stop that.
Hey, I don't know why you're surprised. He does this all the time. He's basically studying us.
I have no clue what Abby just said.
I'm basically like, you shouldn't be surprised. He's been studying us this whole time. He's been writing so much information about us. He might make us into a book or something and be about.
Also, you guys do know that Carl has a past. Carl and his wife have a past.
I mean, if he's been to every country like twice, then yeah, I assume so.
I'm talking about a very specific kind of past.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, what did you do before you settled down, Carl, with your got a lovely
Oh,
young daughter that even stuff?
Well, me and Bibley knew each other since we were children, and we were basically betrothed since we were 5. However, that did not stop us from exploring if you understand.
I'd rather not understand.
Okay.
You know, we had an entire conversation about this last session about how Carl gets around. Or at the very least, got around. I don't remember if that was last session or the
I
session
look
before.
over to Emerith and like, you are old enough to understand all of this, right? This is not
She's probably
inappropriate.
wishing she wasn't, but
I unfortunately am very aware of all that is being talked about right now. Yeah. No. You guys I don't think, have public high schools where you're from, but just know this is an active
I have public schools.
conversation point.
you came from a place
I
with
don't think
public schooling.
I don't think Arl has public school. Like I said, he's from hell. You know, I am
I
from
had
an
public
island. Yeah.
Arl has public schools, but they're like specifically designed to be the worst aspect of public school ever.
Well, the more you know. I come
None of
from
the
an
learning.
island village, so it's a pretty big island. But and um, I live on my side of the island with my village city, so it's more, everybody goes to the same place and gets taught by the elders. Yeah. But, so I'm assuming that's not the same for you.
Carl seems so interested either way. Just the thought of like any sort of freedom of information and like teaching is like drooling at the mouth, foaming at the mouth.
Yeah. Like I'm a fisherman, so I basically I'm a farmer, so that's basically my education. You know, learning how to grow food, get food, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that is quite more useful than what I learned at school, that's for sure.
I learned how to fight things.
Not quite as applicable as my school, but still good information, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
How peculiar.
Do you have a school, Mike Hacks, or
No.
Is the information downloaded into your brain?
That's
I
yeah. I was
bet
gonna
you
say
that's
like half the things I know, I just
yeah.
kind of knew from
Yeah.
day one.
Out of character. That's what I figured you would say, but that's what I wanted
Yeah. No.
you
Yeah.
to say out loud. Yeah, say out
I
loud was
I was
basically.
trying to find a point that I felt comfortable saying it.
Well, great. Basically that's what I had to ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I mean, even a plant has different stages of growth. So I would like, do you not have different?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come out of the vat.
There's nothing
You're,
for the
you're just not conscious before then, and then you just know
I guess
everything.
so.
I
I don't know.
a woman with like short cropped hair, like in armor, with a sort of beat up sword on her hip comes in.
Oh, General, I'm assuming. Did Krail tell me her name?
No, she just said her general.
Okay. I was like, General, I assume.
What's up, Brisky?
She
He
nods.
doesn't talk.
Nods
He doesn't talk
to
our language much. Yeah. So
Good night, buddy. I love you.
clears your throat. Name is Love.
beautiful. Your
Interesting.
name.
Raid. Yes or no?
Yes.
He doesn't speak for the rest of us, but most of us say yes.
Well, sure.
Raid. Yes. Good.
Raid, yes. Okay.
Questions? No? Good.
Oh, us? Question?
Yes.
I don't think we have any questions.
Time tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good one to know. I was just joking earlier.
No day, night, or hour come retrieve you.
Okay.
What want us to do?
Fight?
How? I'll fight with you.
I don't think.
Show tomorrow.
What was the first word?
Show.
All right. Just for clarification, you said they don't know what time tomorrow that
They have
There is
no
no
get
time.
day, night, or hour.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no way to express
um,
it.
which meal after?
They just said they're gonna come get us when it's time.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm wondering which meal, at least like during the day, like because they still have meals, like first, second, and third meals probably. So I'm just you know, like will it be after breakfast, like after lunch? They're
I
still gonna
did.
show us, but
Here's the
I
thing:
still want to.
without day or they don't have day, night, or hours. They don't have a way to schedule things. They simply eat.
Okay. Yeah. Understood.
She like adjusts her armor, nods, and but like right before she goes to turn away, you see the hilt, and you didn't notice them at first because they just sort of they look like they've been worn down, but sort of engravings on the hilt of her sword begin to glow, and you see the carvings on both Waffle and Rama glow as well in response, though neither of them hear anything and the weapons do not speak out loud. Rama says in your head, "Oh shit!
What?
Check
What?
her for a marking like ours."
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Can
Yeah,
I
good.
see if she has a tattoo?
Yeah.
And you see like
Good.
the weapons pulse again, and Love just sort of like shows like her arms in a way of like not full. Like she looks incredibly confused, but just sort of like shows her arms.
Is she showing us a tattoo or just showing her arm? We don't see a
Just
tattoo.
showing her arm. You don't see a tattoo, but like she like shows her arms and she looks very confused. Do not understand. Weapon glow like mine.
Do you have special, or no, not special, strange marking on you?
I turn
Uh,
around and
the
show her,
again the
the tattoo
as
on my
you
neck.
yeah as Mysax says that Rama pulses, her weapon pulses, and she shakes her head.
Where do you get
That's
weapon?
same fighter.
Appeared during raid. Actually, no. She says something in her native language. The weapons pulse, and Rama says in your head, she got it. She says it just appeared one day during a raid.
Can I make or whatever I can do to see if this is River's weapon?
River's
'Cause we
weapon
did.
is a gun.
Okay, because I'm like, I thought we did see it. Okay, cool. I was like, from the imagery, I'm like, that must say that's the only kind of other person I know that would have like the tattoo or same kind of weapon as
Flown
my cat in the
before?
back.
I was gonna ask.
Say that again,
Flown
Archie.
before.
Yes, whenever. At this point, she's just going to speak normally, and you can assume that it's being translated. Uh, yes, whenever it speaks to me. Oh, and by the way, her weapon says its name is Vigilance.
And
Not
my cat,
not during
my cat,
emotions?
can you ask?
Yeah.
That too.
Okay, yeah.
My
What?
cat, can you ask the weapon itself if it had an owner previous?
No.
Rama, can you ask that? Okay. No. Mm,
So it's always been, I guess, Love's sword. So it's made for love, kind of like Rama's made for you.
I'm assuming it doesn't
Yeah.
glow when you're scared.
Fear is it's similar to fear, but not necessarily. It glows when I am aware of danger.
Emotions are complex.
My mama.
Have
Eh,
you
okay.
unmade one of them?
Unmade.
I punched one really hard while I was really
Oh,
scared, and it was gone.
destroyed. You destroyed its core, its heart. Yes,
No,
I have.
no, it was. I don't think from what my cax knows, it didn't seem to like get near a core or anything, right?
You hit it in its center of mass, which
No,
would have been like its stomach or chest.
would a
You don't
where?
remember hitting a core, but like you also hit it so hard it evaporated.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get across. Of like, I don't think I hit a thing. I just hit it and it was gone. Like, try to express that.
Yeah. Honestly, after her saying this and like remembering what like happened with all your friends, you're pretty sure that you like thinking back to it, you're pretty sure you probably hit a core without realizing.
Yeah, that's fair.
And she goes, yeah, yes, I have killed one of them. I've killed many, actually, with Vigilance's help. Well, this is a great help to our language barrier.
I know I can't hear this,
Yes.
but I agree. I'm glad we have a translator.
Honestly, Rama is just talking out loud at this point to translate.
Oh. This is the first time we heard Rama out loud. I'm not sure if she's
I
been
think
out loud.
so.
Why? Oh, hi, Rama. Okay, that's cool.
Hello, golden one. Stop trying to talk him out of doing scary things.
That? Not necessarily scary things, but kind of things that might get her to die. Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the scary thing. I will keep her alive.
I believe we'll do that. Alright. So,
Yes, so stop
she
trying to
gets
make her not
hurt,
do
and
this.
I have to like she gets hurt, and I'm the one who has to heal her. Okay, because
She will heal
both
on
doing
her
our
own
part.
given time.
But I can heal her faster, so she can hit more. So, and that's what you want, right?
Yes.
So.
Now, I think that is a good time to end. It is 12
Yeah.
o'clock.
Cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so tired.
And I will say thank you to Love in her language. Like, thank you, Love.
She nods. Yeah, we'll see where we pick up next week. Zapdos, I haven't seen your notes yet, but good job taking notes. Good night.
So tired. Good night, y'all.
Good night, Zap.
Today was my last day having to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll be able to get up at 8 o'clock from now on.
Yay! We love to hear it.
I don't think that'd be wrong. That's the reverse of what Rama runs. Fear's the mind killer. But also, by the way, you might want to get Craig out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought I did. I must have not sent. Everybody say bye to Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Bye, Craig.